Welcome to this tutorial on dummy coding. This is Dr. Amanda Rockinson's ZapQ. Oftentimes when you do a regression analysis or some type of correlational analysis and you're using categorical variables, you need to dummy code so that SPS can recognize variables as zeros and ones. Zeros being that the category is not existent and one being that it is existent. So we're going to show you how to do this. Here you'll see I have a variable called complete. This is my persistence variable. No means that the individuals did not complete. So I want to dummy code these as 0. They didn't complete. Yes, meaning they did complete. I want to dummy code those as 1. So before I do a regression analysis, I have to change this variable to what's called a string variable so SPSS can analyze it or look at it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to transform. I want to take this complete variable and recode it into the same variable. I could do it a different variable too, but I'm going to go to same. And what I'm going to do here, oops, I already have it there. I'm going to hit the complete variable, the variable I want to dummy code, and I'm going to move it over to the string variable box here. I'm going to click old and new. So here in the old and new, what I need to do is I need to identify what the old variable is and what the new variable is. So my old variable is yes. My new value I want to code it as 1, indicating that it is present. Now my other variable is going to be no, and I'm going to add it as 0. But let's say, for example, I had no and maybe. What I would want to do is if I had no and maybe and say, 1 is the existence of yes, they did persist, but 2 is the non-existence of that variable. They did not complete or be persistent. I'm going to click here, all other variables, and all of the variables, if they didn't have a yes, I want to add as a 0, and I'm going to click add. So I'm going to click, after I've identified all my variables as 0 and 1, I'm going to click continue. I'm going to click OK, and here we can see that anytime somebody said yes, it's a 1, anything else is a 0. And then I'm going to go to variable view. Now you need to remember that they were string variables, that these variables were yes and no, they were words. These now need to become numeric variables because I coded them as 0 and 1. So I'm going to click that little ellipses here. I'm going to say variable type and I'm going to say numeric. And I'm going to click OK. Now I want to remember what my zeros and ones are. So here I want to click value. And so anything that has a value of 0 is no, they did not persist. So I'm going to have identified the value as 0, the label is no. Anything they did persist, I'm going to say my label is 1, or my value is 1, and then they did persist. Yes, they did persist, and I'm going to click add, and then I'm going to click OK. So now I have this variable that I've recoded into zeros and ones, so when I go and do a regression analysis, SPSS will recognize that it's at a numerical value, even though it's truly a categorical, yes, they did persist or no, they didn't, but now I can go ahead and analyze it.